Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. This is Hearts of Iron 4, like you've probably never seen it before. This is the World War I mod for Hearts of Iron 4. It's called The Great War, after the title of the war. And in the background, I have got some royalty-free 1920s music on. Fingers crossed that it works and I don't get any copyright strikes for it. Apparently, the music in this game is a little bit irritating, copyright-wise. So, yeah, that's fine. Okay, we are going to be playing from the 1st of May, 1910. That is 4 years before the start of the Great War. This is the powder keg of Europe. 1910 is a challenging time for peace in Europe. The Italians are preparing for a war with the Ottomans, which will threaten their hold in the Balkans. Rebellion in Morocco is beginning to boil over, much to the anguish of France and to the delight of the German Empire. All in all, either clear heads will be needed to keep the peace, or strong hearts to win the war. Wow, that is... okay, that got a little bit deep, a little bit quickly. So, we are going to be playing as the one and only Austro-Hungarian Empire. Austria Hungary, super excited. Franz Joseph is the current lad in charge, so to speak, and he is the one that is going to get assassinated in 1914, I think. Or he goes on to get assassinated. Anyway, we're gonna do it. National unity minus 10%, no big deal. Daily political power plus 0.1. That's alright, you know. That's alright, we'll take it. And yeah, a whole bunch of different nations. There's obviously the classic ones like French and the United Kingdom, but Austria-Hungary really is an opportunity to play someone who we wouldn't really usually get to play in the standard Hearts of Iron thing. I mean, you can play Germany, standard Hearts of Iron, you can play Russia, you can kind of play Turkey, I guess, for the Ottoman Empire, but you can't play Austria-Hungary. You can't play Austria-Hungary, so I'm really stoked to see what we can do it. Historical AI focuses, do we want that? I don't really know if we want that, to be honest. Yeah. Alright, let's just jump in. Can't get achievements? That's a shame. What are we gonna... okay, that's what we're gonna call it. We're not gonna call it anything else. I was gonna name it, but I clicked on the wrong button. So there you go. There you have it. That's what the name of the save is gonna be. Not like it particularly matters what the name of the save is, but hey ho. All right, what have we got here? What have we got here? I'm actually just gonna adjust the volume of the music, just a smidgen. It's a little bit loud, but hopefully it keeps on entertaining you. All right, Austria-Hungary. Oh my god, it's still too loud. You know, I'm all for a nice bit of music, but perhaps not as loud as it was. Okay, there we go. It's also very good. It's very unusual to have such great music, you know, such authentic music coming from the game. Well, not from the game technically, but hey ho. All right, so in the Great War mod, there is a whole bunch of stuff that has been overhauled. As you can see, we've still got horses, horse-drawn vehicles. That's very cool indeed, actually. And it looks like we can go pretty much all the way up to, you know, whenever Hearts of Iron 4 actually ends. We've also got a bunch more, wow, technologies. Holy shit, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is awesome. I am absolutely loving this. Look at that tank. It's got a little wheel at the back. This is fantastic. So... all of the technology has been redone. It's worth noting that that this is still, excuse me, this is still a beta build, so there are probably going to be some issues. Oh, we can get an airship. Oh my god, that is so cool. We can get seaplanes with those big floaty things. Oh my god. Electrical engineering had just been invented. Chemical studies. Oh my god. This is crazy. This is actually crazy. Mustard gas? Oh my god. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. So what have we got over in it's industry? Yeah, industry tab. Basic hand tools, production efficiency cap plus 1%. That's not very much. That's not very much at all. Whereas considering that gives us like 5%, 3%, 2%. Okay, so it doesn't really change the game that much, I guess, but it is still going to have a substantial difference. Considering we're going to be playing over a long period of time as well, it's probably a good idea to get some industrial stuff laid down. Enable building trench excavation. That's very, very cool. Human-powered transport. A wheelbarrow. That's kind of what it looks like to me, but I'm no expert. We'll take that as our first thing, which apparently we get a technology boost for, and we don't get a technology boost for anything else, except probably, yeah, our cult of the defensive doctrine. What about the doctrine? Does the doctrine have any more stuff? It doesn't look like the doctrine has been muddled with in any way. That's gonna take 216 days to research. That's painful. That's painful. I don't really know what we want, to be honest. I don't really know what we want. We've got to start off strong, you know? 602 days. Fuck me, 800 days. Can't even get a fucking gas mask. It's 1910 at the moment, so I suppose it makes sense that we can't really get some more advanced stuff, but fuck me, it's kind of crazy. Heavy artillery? Soft artillery? Maybe... I don't really know what I care about. Not really that big on boats. I fucking hate boats in this game anyway. Aircraft are... I similarly hate, but they're less annoying and I'll tolerate them. Could get radio reinforce rate plus 2%. That's pretty cool, actually. Research time, mechanical computing. I might actually get that, you know. Might actually get mechanical computing. Yeah, I mean, it's past 1907, so we should have no issues with that. Okay, good stuff. Medicine. I think we probably just need to get all of these basic ones, right? Like oil extraction, new surgical equipment, basic hand tools. I am going to get basic hand tools, even though I kind of shat on it a little bit earlier. And we'll also get medicine as well. Supply consumption minus 1% is not going to make much of a difference, but I imagine that it will slowly make some sort of a difference. Maybe not. Well, it's worth getting anyway. Okay, how many factories we got? We've got 56 factories. 16 are consumed by consumer goods. Honestly, not a problem. If war is going to break out in 4 years, then we've got a little bit of time to play around, so to speak. And if we're in an authoritarian government, I don't know if we can actually do the justify the war goal. We need world tension to be at 50% or higher. Okay, that's fine. Because we are authoritarian, we can't just straight out fuck with them like a communist or fascist, but authoritarian apparently means that we can still justify war goals against them. Yeah, well, it looks like my hombre over here, Mr. Wilhelm, is somebody who we want to get close to. Because, you know, they are another major power. And historically, Austria and Germany teamed up in the First World War. So, I think that we probably want to... Oh, we're already in a faction with them? Oh, very interesting. So it even models the fact that we were hombres before the game even starts. Very, very cool indeed. Okay, let's not do this anymore. Let's just get a bunch of civilian factories set up to start with. It seems pretty reasonable. Trying to keep most of the civilian factories to the areas of land that are least likely to get sieged out should something ever happen. Which I hope doesn't. I hope doesn't. Free military factories, inventory equipment. We can probably start training up an army, right? I mean, we've got plenty of manpower. We've got plenty of manpower. What's our limited conscription recruitable population? 2.5%. That's not very much, but 937k is an absolutely fine number of people to start off with. Landwehr Division. Spoftem Division. Stadtstruppi Division. Oh god. Gerbejarger Division. Erstats Division. Hussars. That was quite easy. And the Strata Ben Pardzavagen. Wow. Alright, that was, that happened, I guess. What's the sort of difference with these guys? They've all got a company to start off with. That's very, very cool, because in the regular Hearts of Iron thing, you have to add the companies, the support companies, which I kind of like. I kind of like that we start off with this. I'm gonna try and get some trucks as well. I'm not entirely sure what resources that we've got. In fact, I can probably track in the trade. Got a surplus of actually literally everything. This is crazy. Man, it also measures wood. Wow, that's very, very cool. All right, this is gonna be fine. Let's train a couple of you guys. Let's set the location to be trained here. Let's get. Do we want any more? As in, we could get more simultaneously. Can we get more simultaneously? Please. Yes, I would love some more simultaneously. We might run into some problems, though. Because I do not know if we're going to be building the armored car. I imagine that we're not building the armored car. Which means that we will have to. Where do we reckon armored car is going to be? I reckon armored vehicles. I'm totally correct. We need 480 of these to train some of our divisions. That's fine. We'll stick a couple of factories on this. 11 out of 12. Maybe not that many. And also inventory equipment. We need inventory equipment. We're also going to need this. Maybe we'll reduce you. Yeah. Alright, something like that. 4.8 a week. That's not too bad. 40 a day. That's pretty good. We start both of these up at the production cap, I think, right? Yeah, pretty much. Whereas the armored car is going to be starting off from pretty much nowhere. Yeah. Sucks, but it's the reality. Okay, so now let's have a little look at the national focus, and fuck me. What the fuck? This is huge. This is insane. Man. This is gorgeous. This is absolutely gorgeous. What do we want to do? I mean, the political effort would get us a bunch of political power, but I don't really know if we really need any more political power right now. I mean, we already get, like, shit tons of political power per day. Assert position in the east, Balkans policy. We just get political power for this, but it would lead down to something. And I guess wherever we want to go, we need to choose now. Military expertise from Germany. That's a really cool event, actually. So we'd get army experience, navy experience, and air experience. That is very, very cool. Organize the realm. But we will have to choose between Italy and or Germany if we want. Contest the Emperor's authority. I'm not lost, but I'm just like, I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. Maybe we try and get infrastructure. Like, maybe that's the priority. I mean, we can always strengthen our ties with Germany later. We need to be at peace with the German Empire. It's not going to take that long, is it? Give South what? What does this do? Give South Tyrol and Istria. Oh, wow, that's good. Thank you for that description. Requires securing Italian laws to have peace with Italy. Controls. So would we give them just like land? I guess we would, right? I mean, I'm not call Italy to war. Wow, okay, so I guess we can get Italy into the war should we choose to go that route. I'm not that interested, to be honest. I think I care more about Germany, because Germany's already super, super important for me. Let's form the Luftwaffen. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid that purely because I can't say it. Let's start off with infrastructure effort. It is going to reduce our political power gain. Doesn't particularly matter. Free dockyards. Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? Do I have to do this? Sure. Protected cruiser and pre-dreadnought. I mean, surely it had a name other than pre-dreadnought. I don't think that they were like, oh, hey, by the way, we're inventing the dreadnought in a couple of years. We're going to call this one the pre-dreadnought. Whatever the case, that's fine. All right, I think that we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. We're going to stick it up to 3 times speed because I think that that's probably a good middle ground. We can modify our government should we wish to. Oh, welcome to the Great War. You're a veteran player of the Hearts of Iron saga and you want to experience a new challenge. We added new difficulties to the game. Pick one of the 4 options to see how good you are. Not today. I've got balls of steel. Manpower -2, which grants entrenchment speed -25%. Tonight we dine in hell. I mean, I'm not... I guess we'll just go not today. I don't really particularly want to modify the game that much. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Alright. Good. Let's get down to business. I'm kind of okay with just letting my army look like total shit at the moment. I mean, I'm not really wanting to organize it that much. Is it worth us just getting an early political advisor? Death of Edward VII. Interesting, interesting, interesting. George V is the new king. Historic. National unity, no, not really that bothered. Airbase construction speed, no. Silent workhorse, no. Trade deal opinion factor plus 10%, no. Effective partisans on us, no. Some ideology opinion. Military factory construction speed, dockyard. Civilian to military factory conversion cost. I don't really care about any of these guys. Like, these 3 slots are kind of useless. I'm interested to see how things are going to go, because I don't quite know what's going to happen, considering it's authoritarian. Tank designer, armor research time, armor reliability, plus 5%. I mean, we only have one choice here. I don't really care about any of that nonsense. Small arms research time, artillery designer, don't care about that. Industrial concern, industrial research time. I think that's probably the most worth it, right? I mean, we're not really at war, so I don't really think that it's worth us getting any of this nonsense. I think we'll go for the industrial concern. It is going to wipe out all of our political power, but I'm kind of okay with that. I think that it's probably a wise decision to take up. I'm super excited that we start with Germany on our side. It's interesting that we don't start with Italy on our side. But Italy is democratic. I mean, there's still time for that to change, buddy. There's still time for that to change. Can't improve relations. Well, we can now. But I think we're going to start improving relations with Italy. Just because I'm not going to go for the securing Italian loyalty nonsense doesn't mean that I'm not going to like Italy. So, the interesting thing is, where was the province that it said that we would give them? South Tyrol. South Tyrol. South Tyrol. Could you not, like, outline the province? Okay, so this entire area is South Tyrol. And where's the other one? Like, Istria. Ah, okay, this area. So, this area and this area we would give to Italy. I mean, that might actually be worth it for us. I mean, what are things like? There's nothing here that's super value to us. I mean, there's one, you know, civilian factory, but that's not a particularly big deal. We could quite comfortably give Italy a little bit of the land back. Albanian revolt. The Balkans is a powder keg. So I'm presuming that Albania is, well, Albania is here, right? Oh, no, Albania is, like, down there. Okay, well, that's fine. I thought Albania was up here. But apparently, I'm just an idiot who doesn't know geography in the slightest. Okay, well, this is interesting, because I am very, very, very interested in seeing what Albania actually does. I don't think that we can really do any shenanigans with, I don't think we can really do any shenanigans with the Ottomans. It would be really cool if we could, like, support the independence of the Albanians. That would be interesting. But I don't think that we can at the moment. There may very well be something here. I mean, there is something to do with the Balkans, right? The First Balkan War. Balkans policy. Send troops to help Bulgaria. This might be something that we're interested in. Just because it would be fun. I mean, I want to experience all of the interesting First World War policies. I want to get fully immersed in the you know, the history of the First World War, and I want to see what happens. South Africa independence. South Africa came into being on the 31st of May, 1910, with the unification of the previously separate colonies of the Cape Natal, Transvaal, and the Orange Free State. The Union of South Africa was founded as a dominion of the British Empire. Fantastic news, everybody. That's grand. So, if we have a look at Africa, Ethiopia doesn't exist. It's Abyssinia? I don't know. But a bunch of really, really interesting countries that are now owned by pretty much Europe. Another interesting thing is that Germany controls these two colonies, which is Southwest Africa, I guess. South Africa actually has a claim on that area, but no claim on this area. However, when we do inevitably go to war, we're going to have to be very, very careful, because we're probably going to see a lot of the German territories be insta-sieged out by, I don't know, British, French troops in this area. So we'll have to keep our eyes on Africa, that's for sure. How is our production going? Looks like we're doing okay for military equipment. That's lovely to see. How are we going for recruitment and deployment? Still need a bunch of armored cars and support equipment, but not too many problems, actually. Let's reduce that there and stick that in there. Perfect, just so that we're getting a little bit more bang for our buck with support equipment. Not so bothered about military equipment right now, but hey-ho. Yeah, so we want a lot of civilian factories, and then we want a lot of military factories. I don't think we're going to fuck around with the conversions, to be honest. Whoa, what the fuck is going on here? Has something actually happened? There's a border conflict in this state? I would love to know what's going on. And I don't think there's any way that I can see, right? I don't think there's a way that I can see into this border state. If I move my ships here, will that make a difference? I can see the troops. I can't see any Austrian troops. Not all Austrian troops. Albanian troops. That's a shame. Oh well. That was worth a shot, wasn't it? It was worth a shot, but there's a border conflict. That's interesting. That is very, very interesting. I'm interested. Why? Oh. 6% attrition. Poor you. Poor you, Swedish army dude. Man, I don't know. Like, I'm presuming that Russia is going to become... Oh, God. Shit. Russia, the UK, France, Bhutan, probably all of the British colonies, and Morocco. All of them are in the same stinking faction. That is going to be crazy. Is there anything that I can do that would... Is there anything that I could do that would allow me to somehow weaken that alliance? Because I would love to do that. Dismantle Austria Hungary? What the fuck? Release the Kingdom of Hungary? So this would... Okay, so we can't actually affect the British-Russian fuck-off alliance. But what we can do is we could dismantle our own country and then join the Allies? That might be something that is fun and interesting to do. I mean, perhaps. It also might be completely horrific, but we could dismantle our own fucking country. That's so cool. That is actually so cool. Leave the Central Powers. Wow. That's very, very interesting. That is very, very interesting indeed. No, this doesn't seem to do very much. Ban minority language, not really that bothered. Political power, removal, spirit, multinational state. I don't really think I'm that bothered, to be honest. But we're gonna have to choose one of these things, right? That will give us political power, that will end our political power. If we choose reinforce the Emperor's authority, this will lead us down a not boring but less interesting route. Whereas this will lose us an abundance of political power, as it seems. Yes, keep on losing the political power. And eventually lead to dismantling of our very limited empire. I'm not so sure that I'm a big fan of losing control of what little territory I have. I say what little territory. Comparatively, it's quite a lot of territory. I think infrastructure effort is still what we wanna do, but unfortunately we can't quite yet. Naval gun effort? No, not that bothered. Sure, let's get an Air Force base. Sign me up. Or let's get improved Air Force base, should I say. Yeah, I'm actually quite interested. Oh, we finished building that one boat that we were gonna build? Oh, thank God. Sure, give me... I hate boats. I fucking hate boats. I actually fucking hate boats. Are you good, submarine? Are you good? I don't know if you're good. Build me some submarines. There we go. Build me some fucking submarines. I'm honestly completely disinterested in building boats at all. At all. Like, literally at all. It doesn't really matter. Oh, you're asserting your position in Europe. That's something else to remember, right? Is that we are going to have an incredibly interesting game because I am completely unaware of all of the other, you know, what do you call these? Tech trees? National focuses? National focuses. I'm completely unaware of the national focuses from every other country, right? But I know my own. But at the same time, it's going to make for a very, very interesting setup. Balkans politics. Reorganized Serbian army. Wow, it seems that even the Serbians have got their own little tech tree. Appeasement in the Balkans or anti-Ottoman policy. Allied with Greece. Greece? Greece? Allied with Greece. Sanction Austria Hungary. Sanction... So, this dude could get an anti-Austro-Hungarian policy. Although, I think that we probably want to move into the Balkans before there, because that sounds like a really interesting sort of storyline. And, I want to see what can happen. So, hopefully you'll join me in the next episode, ladies and gents, where potentially we're going to be going into the Balkans. I don't really know. I'm on the cusp of discovery. It's like Hearts of Iron 4 all over again, and I'm very, very excited to see where this takes us. So, ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. My name, of course, has been Potato, and I will see you next time. Bye.